Welcome to episode 6 of the Blue Screen Podcast, and I'm your host Abongile Papa. Yeah, this kind of feels weird because I've not recorded an episode in a couple of days, a few days actually, but it kind of feels weird being back because which actually ties into the reason why I was not recording any episodes. Kind of ties into today's episode. It's today we're going to talk about being mentally agile as a trader, and that's a vague statement as usual, as per trademark, as per Blue Screen Podcast trademark. It's vague as usual, and I like to have my titles vague like that so I can just be free to talk about whatever I really want to talk to. And the actual reason why I missed Monday, because my schedule right now is Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, like posting 3 episodes a week, which is not very hard actually, but it's just that I went on a spiral. Like if you're a trader, you know what I'm talking about. Like and it's weird because I did not take a lot. I took one loss. I was actually on a winning streak, then I took one loss, and then from there on I started doubting everything, my strategy. I started doubting my trading plan, and it's crazy because that was like a usual loss. It was not something, but it's just that I had not taken a loss in so long that it actually, once I did take that loss, it played with my mind. Then I was like doubting everything, but how I overcame that was by being mentally agile, going back to basics, trading with a smaller lot size just to gain that confidence back, reaffirming myself that this is a part of trading, losing is a part of trading, and I should accept that. And also like just those type of things, back testing too, because which is actually good, because through me being on the spiral, I ended up back testing and then working some way out to get better entries on my trades, which turned out good for me, because now I have better entries, and I'm gonna start posting them on Instagram actually, or on our Eagles Bridge page on Instagram, because I don't want my personal page to be like a trading page. I want that to be like something just for me. That's not, if you go on my personal Instagram, you'll see that that's just me. I don't post about trading. I don't post about none of that. I just do me out there, And so, yeah, let's talk about this thing, being mentally agile, So, just like I said, I went on a spiral, and I hate those spirals, because that means it's like weird, because you doubt everything. You don't even want to place your next trade because you're scared it might lose. You want to like try out new things. And also what made it worse was also like when I took that loss, I went on Instagram to check what other traders were doing, and a lot of Malaysian SNR traders catch almost the same setups, because we all trade gold, and we trade even though there are different variations, we more or less trade the same style. So I was going on Instagram watching these traders making these great trades, catching the tops and the bottoms, and I had just took a loss, so that made things even worse. I tried to like use someone else's style, which I am not a scalper at all. I do not resonate well with scalping. Not that there's anything wrong with scalping, it's just that for my personality, I found that scalping does not work for me, because I can think on the spot, but I'm not as efficient when I'm thinking on the spot. I like to have time to think and whatnot. So like I just went on this spiral, and I didn't even know what I was doing. And that's where being mentally agile plays a role. Like being mentally agile means that being able to efficiently move from a negative mindset to a positive one. That means that, like, when you take losses, you just become like solution oriented, like where you think about how do I get out of this this problem right now, instead of letting it hold me down, without obviously that coming at a detriment to my own like trading health, my trading account's health, and this is something that you learn through experience. Though it's like, even though I'm explaining it to you right now, you're probably not gonna understand it as like when you go through it, and being mentally agile also means like sometimes in our trading we like to like try to adapt the markets to our mindsets instead of adapting our mindsets to the markets. I feel like we should adapt, because once you try to force your mindset onto the market, let's say like you had a bias that maybe, for Pete's sake, the power of 3 says that it was accumulation then manipulation, then now you're expecting it to distribute on the different direction from the manipulation, and then it does what? It just goes up to the accumulation, retests that accumulation, and then just goes further down towards the direction of the manipulation. You could either like have a fixed mindset and say that, okay, this thing is going down, I should probably try to look for more sells on the downside because it's apparently going to be more discounted, I guess. Or you could just like say, okay, I can see what the market is doing right now. It's making lower lows and higher lows and whatnot. It's making those lows, and I should probably be selling right now instead of buying. That's what the market says, and this will help you a lot. Like really, it will help you a lot once you start adapting to the markets instead of trying to adapt the markets to you, which is why you should be mentally agile in like understanding that, okay, we were selling, but right now we'll be buying right now. That's you see. And it's weird that I can still like talk about ICT things, like I still trade ICT, but I don't trade ICT at all. But I'm aware that that's a popular style and a lot of people resonate well with that kind of like trading. For example, if I had made an example about the style that I trade, most of you would probably confuse. Like I would probably say something like the storyline was a buying storyline on the weekly chart, then on the daily chart it was a selling storyline, and you still wanted to buy because the higher time frame was buying. But right now the storyline for right now is that we're selling, and because the trend is more likely to start on the daily time frame than the weekly time frame, so that's why you're gonna start selling instead of buying, just because the weekly, just because the daily time frame is buying. You see, now you're probably confused, like what is this nigga talking about? Yeah, so you should be mentally agile in the markets, and you should have like a way like to get yourself back, create like a system for yourself. Like for me like now my system is, I just came up with it now because it just worked like very slowly. I spiraled for 2 trading days, which was like I started spiraling. I took that loss on Friday, then I took another unnecessary loss that exact same day. Then Monday I was like feeling very scared to trade, so then I started back testing, and then back testing, then I started trading with a smaller lot size. then now my confidence is coming back. That's because I'm mentally agile. Like, I can shift mindsets and find a way, an effective way to shift my mindset into like being the mindset that I need to trade, And that's all from me today, man. And I hope this helps somebody out there. I hope you red screeners get on the blue screen team, man, and check out my trades on Instagram, because this is crazy. Like, right now, I feel like, even though I went on this spiral, I say it was 100% worth it. It was 100% worth it, because how I enter now is like a whole lot more stress-free, and it's a whole lot more, it looks a whole lot better too, because I used to always catch sniper entries, but then I would have to use so much mental capital, like with reading the tape and whatnot. But now it's just like I just enter off of limit orders, and half the time I'm not even looking at the screen, and it's crazy. But you'll see that in the next coming days on the channel's Instagram. But anyways, for me, this is all, and I wish you all the blue screens in the world.